sometimes it's just so easy to think about whether I could just go back to when I was 25, go back to when I was 20 and give myself advice so that I wouldn't be able to waste my 20s. But when my 20s really wasted. Hello and welcome to Future Husband Diaries. My name is Maya Spanda and welcome. If you're new here, welcome, like, subscribe and follow. And if you're a returning subscriber, I hope that you share it with other people that you think will benefit. Share it to anyone that you think will benefit. And we have started an Instagram account, so you can go into Instagram at Future Husband Diaries and then you can follow and like the content that we're putting out there. The reason why we're putting out Instagram is so that you can have that one-on-one talk, which is not so possible with YouTube. So follow, like, subscribe, do all those things. The thing is, it's so nice when people, commit. We're always talking about commitment here. We're always talking about marriage and why, which is a long commitment. And people can't even commit to subscribe. Okay, so a few housekeeping rules. That's all that I had with housekeeping. Go to Instagram, go to TikTok, like, subscribe, and share the content that you'll be sharing with other people that you think will benefit from all of that. And I hope that you've been having a great time wherever you are. With me, I've been really cold where I am, and I'm hoping that schools will be closed soon. And if schools are closed, I have a little break, I have a little time. So I like to kick back and reset. So I hope that you're resetting and that you're looking after your mental well-being wherever you are, and that you're building whomever you want to be in life. So let's just dive right into it. The reason is I was looking into this and I was like, okay, if I could tell my 25-year-old version of me, what are the things that I should be telling her? Because if I'm looking back at 25-year-old me, recently graduated, eager for the world, thinking that the world is going to be my oyster. I'm just going to get out of college and everything will just walk in the line that I've been thinking. And I was so excited, just, after you recently graduated and everything, you'll be thinking jobs will come left, right, and center. And then I had to learn it the hard way that some other things, they just don't happen. They happen for other people. They do not happen for other people. They happen for, for you. You have to walk your own journey. You have to make sure that you have your own journey. You know the things that even if life kicks you down, you have to make sure that you wake up and you stand and you keep on walking. But then first thing that I will tell myself is, number one, prioritize God in your life. The reason is, if it had not been for God, if it had not been for God, I wouldn't be where I am today. The reason is, if I'm looking at my life, when I started prioritizing God and putting Him first in my life, that's when I began to have that peace in my mind. I'm not saying just because I accepted Christ and I took Him into my life, then everything started falling into place. No, I had the peace in my life. And if I had that peace, whatever came to me, I could be able to handle it. Whenever things didn't work out right, I was able to keep on holding on, and I was able to keep on, reshaping and redefining my life. Because the things that I have done, I have asked God to help me, to give me the wisdom that I need. And if it so happens that a path that I thought would be my path, if it doesn't work out, God will give me that conviction, and therefore I will redirect my life into another way. And that has really helped me a lot, because where other people will be seeing failures, but at this point, I am taking them as life lessons. I'm taking them so that next time I do not repeat the same mistakes. Next time I know where to go. And with me prioritizing God, I was able to find my purpose in life. And because I had been so selfish in my journey, in all of those things, whenever I'd been looking towards my life, I'd always been looking at, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve this. But then when I started taking God and putting Him first in my life, that's when the whole purpose became clear. Like this, I am supposed to be working with kids and what. My purpose became clear as one step, and going in further. I was able, to attain and ascertain and be sure that this is the purpose that God had for me. And the blessings that He has given me in that journey and the fulfillment that I've gotten in that journey, I never would have gotten that fulfillment from anything else. But for me, that's how it was. So what I would tell my 25-year-old self would be prioritize God in your life. Because if I had really prioritized Him early in my life, I know I would be so, I would be so far from where I am right now. I'm so grateful for where I am. But if I had really prioritized God, I know I would have even soared even further than where I am. That's what I think would be my number one. My number two would be attain soft skills. The thing is, when I'm looking into this, the money that I've actually had over the years, the businesses that I've actually had over the years, the things that I've actually had over the years have not only just been through the skills that I learned at school. Mostly it had nothing to do with that. But it had mostly to do with the soft skills that I actually got. The reason is by looking at the soft skills, there were so many other times where I'll be free and having time, and the redesigning and designing. That's how I've actually gotten money over the years. Designing templates for people, designing booklets for people, designing all of those things. These are soft skills that I've attained along the way. And the candles that I've actually sold, this has nothing to do with the things that I actually went to school for. The oils, the face mask that I've actually had, those had been through soft skills that I attained along the way. So I would really tell myself to really dunk in and put your feet in and say, all the soft skills that I'm actually getting now, attain even more, because those are the ones that will actually help me and build me up. And you can never know where the world will take you, because my mind became open and I was able to maneuver around all of those things because of the soft skills that I would have actually gotten. And then the other thing that I would actually tell myself is heartbreak is not the end of the world. Because at some point you'll be like, oh, this is the end of the world. This is the last person. This is the last guy. I'll never find someone better. Yeah, God, please make this one my person. Those kind of prayers. I wasted my time. No, I was just wasting my time. So with that, I really have to, if I could go back, I'll tell myself, heartbreak is something that people had over the years. Even if you get heartbreak, right? You're supposed to learn something from there. You're supposed to heal, and then you go on further to not be demotivated because of one relationship, not be demotivated because of one person, but you can stand and become even stronger than what you were before. That's what I would tell myself. But when you're looking into this, heartbreak is not the end of the world. Even if that person is not for you, do not waste your time praying that God motivates that person to be the right for you, or praying that that person changes their mind so that you become their person. That is just wasting your time, because that's now God interfering with free will, and that's not how God is. And I believe God is a God of free will, so He will not really answer that prayer. But what you can do is you can take a step back, learn from the relationship, whatever happened in that relationship, you can learn from it. And then from there, the step that I actually take from there will actually be something that will be great, something that will be awesome, something that will help you attain whatever it is that you're looking for. And the other thing that I could really tell myself, my 25-year-old self, will be depression is not the end of the world. Because at that point, I remember my depression was really bad. It was really, really bad. And it was really hard for me to do anything else, like the anxiety, the depression that I had at that time. And I think I could tell myself that it gets better after a while. I just don't have to keep on looking at it and like, this is the end of the world, looking into it, like it's so dark. I would tell myself to have the hope that to lighten up, things will get better. You get to a point, in some point in your life where you'll be like, I am 1 year and I haven't had a panic attack in a year. I haven't had, I've had like episodes of the end, but they haven't lasted long. Therefore, it gets better, and all that I had to do was to refocus my life and look into Christ. The reason why I'll give advice like that is because, number one, if you're going through the same thing, you need to seek professional help. I sought professional help for this. It's not something that I just woke up and it was gone. Search for professional help. Do the things that you're supposed to. The reason is there are some things that you can heal yourself out of, but then there are some people who cannot heal themselves out of that situation. Therefore, they need the extra help. They need the expertise of someone who really understands and knows how to deal with this. So therefore, get the professional help if you need that professional help. Do not think that people will look down on you because you're taking medication. Do not think people will look down on you because you have a therapist. That is you prioritizing your mental health. That is you prioritizing yourself. And whatever people are saying, that's not really important. What you need to do is to take care of yourself. Treat yourself and be able to get to a point where you say, I've overcome and become stronger because of all of this. And where even if people continue to talk, it has nothing to do with you, girl. It has nothing to do with you. All you have to do is focus on what you really want to achieve in your life. And I sought the professional help, even though I sought it a little bit later than I would have liked. But I sought it, and I've at a good space in my life now to say, you know what, I'm okay. Yes, I can definitely say I'm okay without me just saying it as if like, okay, I'm just okay, I'm okay. But being really truthful, like, I am okay. And what I can really tell is you need to enjoy the moment. You need to enjoy the time wherever you are right now, because your 20s are, I do not know what to say. Like, when it comes to your 20s are like the best version of yourself, one of the best times that you ever have, right? You need to have that thing, enjoy them. Whatever you are doing, make sure that you are enjoying. Do not spend time looking at the goal. Okay, do not spend time looking at the goal and focusing on the goal for you to be able to achieve this, and then you forget to live in the moment. Because at 25, I was so focused on, I want to get married, I want to have a child, I want to get a job, I was so focused on where I wanted, I forgot that I was actually in the now. The things that I should have been enjoying at that time, I did not enjoy them because my goal was so focused on the other things. The relationships that I was in, I was not really enjoying them. I was just looking, this person, marriage, this person, marriage. He has to marry me. If he's not marrying me, looking into the next person he's going to marry. I was so focused on that, and it took time for me to take a step back and be like, is that really how I'm supposed to be living? Is that really how I'm supposed to be dating? Like, just making sure, like, this person should marry me, this one should marry me, looking into that. That's not something that I should have been doing. I wasted my time with that, and I did not enjoy my 20s that much because of that. But if I had taken a step back and actually enjoyed my time at that point, it would really have been something that I really would have been proud of. And you can take a step back. If I wanted to say, I wanted to stay single, I should have stayed single for a while. If I felt like at this point in my life I'm not ready for a relationship, I could have stayed single instead of pushing myself without healing, jumping from one relationship to the next relationship without fully healing from the previous relationship. Because what happened is now those relationships suffered. The relationships that came in after, they suffered because I did not give myself time to fully heal. You need that time in your life to fully heal, whether it has to be because of the relationship. I should have given myself time to heal, because if I had not given myself, because I did not give myself time to heal, it therefore affected the relationship that came in after. Because now I am always bringing the baggage from the previous relationship into the current relationship, and therefore this relationship was bound to be doomed and it will not work. Why? Because of the baggage from previous relationship into current relationship. Therefore, if I had taken time to heal myself and taken time to take a step back and realize the things that I wanted in my life, the kind of person that I was looking for, the kind of person that I think, I would benefit from being with, therefore, that would not have wasted my time, right? So, therefore, that is the advice that I would give to my 25-year-old self. And looking at your life, what is the advice that you give to your 25-year-old self? What is the advice that when you're looking at your life, you're like, oh, girl, you need to do this, you need to do that. What is the advice that you give yourself? Even if it's something that other people will be looking at like, really? But to you, if it's something that you really can prioritize, that's something that you can be so proud of. And I feel like the other thing that I can just would have told myself would be like, enjoy the food. Enjoy the food that is being poured out for you anyway. You do not have to worry about your body. You do not have to worry. Just eat your food. Eat the things that you like, either what. Because, life is all about you finding the happiness. And the happiness can only be found in Christ. And therefore, if you have that, there's nothing for you to worry about. That's what I would have told myself. So what is it that you would have told yourself? So if it's something that you write a little bit of a letter to yourself and understand, looking at the past and going into the present. Therefore, if you do like a self-introspection in your life, you will really learn something. Therefore, not repeat the same mistakes until you are at 40. Then you're now looking like, at 30, I should have learned this at 20. Therefore, also I would not have repeated it again. That's all that I had for you today, and I hope you like, subscribe, and share it with other people that you think will benefit. So, goodbye.